The provincial licensing exam consists of questions on each of the HLLQP's sub-competencies. This case study is based on the HLLQP Subcompetency 1.1, Delimit the Legal Framework Governing Life Insurance. This case study references Section 1.3.2, Limitation Periods. An insured named his friend as the beneficiary of his term life insurance policy. When the insured died, the beneficiary submitted the claim form, but was advised by the insurance company that the claim was denied. The beneficiary was told that the insured had misrepresented his health on the original application. Given this scenario, which of the following statements is most correct? A. The beneficiary has no recourse and the decision of the insurance company is incontestable. B. The beneficiary can file a lawsuit against the insurance company at any time after receiving notification. C. The beneficiary cannot file a lawsuit because he has not suffered any damages. Or D. The beneficiary can file a lawsuit depending on the time frames dictated in his jurisdiction. To help figure out what the right answer is for this question, here's a fantastic success tip. In the provincial licensing exam, you'll be given a tablet with this manual loaded on it, and you'll be able to search it during the exam. It is, in other words, an open book exam. However, you won't be given the relevant section of the manual. You'll have to find it. By practicing this now, you'll prepare yourself to use the search function in the exam. Of course, you don't have to use the manual in the provincial licensing exam, but if you're unsure of the answer, it's best to know how to find it quickly. Take a moment to search for the key phrase of this question. For example, if this was the provincial licensing exam, you could search lawsuit or time frame, since these are options in the answers. Both result in Section 1.3.2 limitation periods. You could then refer to this section to find the answer. Once you've completed your search, choose the answer that you feel is correct and then resume this case study. Welcome back. The correct answer is the beneficiary can file a lawsuit depending on the time frames dictated in his jurisdiction. Rationale. As per Section 1.3.2, limitation periods, a limitation period is a time frame during which a court action must be started or the right to sue is lost forever. Once someone discovers that a civil wrong has been done to them, the limitation period clock starts ticking. There are different limitation periods for different civil wrongs, and each jurisdiction dictates this. It can occasionally take some time before damage, like hidden faulty building construction, for example, is discovered. In other cases, knowledge of the wrong is immediate. Prompt legal advice is always advisable. This case study is similar to the example in Section 1.3.2 that reads, John died. His beneficiary Betty filed a claim for a life insurance benefit. The insurer refused to pay, claiming John had misrepresented his health on his application. Betty will only have a finite length of time to launch a lawsuit. In Betty's case, the clock starts running from the date she received notice that her claim was refused. And that brings us to the end of our case study. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to have a hard copy of this case study, you can download the transcript from within your course. In addition, make sure you review our exam writing tips. They're especially valuable if you haven't taken an exam in a few years. On behalf of myself, Joe White, and the REMIC team, we wish you all the best in the licensing exam and in your new career.